Hello and welcome to McIver's Grant Public Library's Once Upon a Story Time. Today we are going to do the book Journey by Aaron Becker. Aaron Becker is the illustrator of this book. He drew the pictures. He's also the author, but he didn't write any words. He told this story just with the pictures that he drew. And every once in a while, it's so neat just to get into a book like this. It doesn't have the words. Sometimes you can make your own story. Sometimes you just have to look really, really closely for a bunch of details, and then you can watch that story unfold with just pictures. It's very relaxing, I think. I think there's some books that you want to read fast and they're really fun and energetic. There's books that you want to read when you're just quiet. Maybe you want to settle in on a rainy day or right before you go to bed or right before a nap. And this is definitely one of those quiet books that you just want to look at and soak up all those feelings that Aaron Becker brought out in these pictures. This video is also going to be used in our Your Story Matters Art Challenge, which is a mission that's going to come out this week on READsquared. So we'll have this posted at READsquared, both in the Art Challenge and in the Once Upon a Story Time Challenge. Are you ready? Okay. I like that the paper at the end is red. That's very bright and colorful, isn't it? Okay. There's the... What do you see in that picture? There's not a lot of color in it, is there? The things that are colorful are the paper lantern and the scooter, which is red. What about that? What does that picture tell you? Does she look happy or sad in that picture? I think she looks bored. All the people in her house are pretty busy, aren't they? There's her sister. Her dad's working. Her mom's busy in the kitchen. And she's on the porch with her scooter. And right down the road, there's a little boy playing. And there's a bunch of kids playing by him. But there she is by the step. All by herself. She goes inside. Have you ever been the littlest one and everybody is so busy and you're not? I was the youngest and sometimes I was the one. And then I was a mama, and my boys were the ones sometimes that I didn't have time to really just play with them like I wanted to. So she goes to her room. What do you see in her room? What does she notice on the floor? Maybe she wants to color on some paper, but oh, what does she do instead? A big red door on her wall, and she goes through it, and already I can see some color that is not this gray, boring color. Look where she goes. There's her door. The lights and the lanterns and the trees. Isn't that beautiful? Still so relaxing. Get a hold of that one. All the way to a dock. Now she's at the end of the dock. What's she gonna do? What would you draw if you were at the end of the dock and you didn't have anywhere to go? Would you draw a red boat? Red boat that would take you down the river to a big, big castle. Isn't that beautiful? I'm going to go real close so you can see all those wonderful details. Do you think that's a magical castle? Do you think it's a good place to visit? Do you think it's scary inside? Would you go in? Look. I don't think I've ever seen a castle like that. Have you ever seen a castle like that? Let's see what happens. Oh no. Oh no. What do you think is going to happen? She fell, and as she's falling, what is she drawing in the sky? What is she drawing? What could you make out of a red circle? That's a pretty cool thing to make out of a red circle. She's floating away from the castle, and look there in the distance. Look at the things she can see in the sky besides clouds. Tell me what you see in the sky. There she is, a little closer to that little blimp. And look at that beautiful bird. Oh no, can you see what the man on the blimp has in his hand? What do you think he's going to do with that net? Look at the bird. They put him in a cage and took him to the big ship, didn't they? What would you do if you saw a bird being captured and put into a cage and you were in a big red balloon? What would you do? Let's find out what she does. She lands her balloon. She runs. Do you see them up there taking the bird? Oh. And they're guarding the bird. And where is she going with her red crayon? Oh, she got the bird. And there she goes to the very edge, the bottom of the ship. And she lets the bird go. Now what do you think she'll do? Let's see what she'll do. Oh no. They got to her. And there goes her crayon. Look at her crayon falling through the sky. And now who's in the cage? Hanging from the back of the ship. And now who's helping who? What is the bird doing? And what do you think she'll make out of a red box now that she's got her crayon back? Look at that. She's following the bird. And look at what all she's flown through from her cage. And she's going to follow the bird now. Isn't that beautiful? Look at the sky. It's a different kind of land, isn't it, from where she came from? She came from a green forest land. And there is a little purple door, the same color as the bird, in a tree. Just like her red door was in a tree. Would you go through the door? Would you go through it? Or do you think she'll come out? Look. That looks familiar, doesn't it? Where did she come out? And now she has met somebody else who has a crayon and an imagination, and together they're going to make some circles. What do you think they'll make out of their circles? One red and one purple. That's pretty cool. I don't think she's just going to be sitting on her stoop anymore, do you? And that is the end. I love that book. Did you like it? I loved it. I feel like I went on a journey. I want to show you one thing. The very beginning, when she's sitting on her stoop with her red scooter in front of her, if you go just across the street and about halfway down the block, what does that little boy have in his hand? It was there the whole time, right across the street. Isn't that wonderful? So for our craft today, I love to just give you a blank slate sometimes, and that's what we're going to do. We have a white piece of construction paper and a red crayon, and I want to see what you would make if you could draw a door in your bedroom and go anywhere you wanted to go. Where would you go? This is also an art, like I said, this is also one of our challenges in our art mission. So come pick it up, draw a beautiful picture, and then send us a picture of your picture. Let us know where you would go if you could go anywhere with your red crayon. Until then, till we talk to you again, I hope you live happily ever after, and we will see you next time. Have a great day.